How's it going, everyone? My name is Carl.
My name is Ben.
And as you can see, there's probably some people here that you've never seen before, and that's because you've never seen them before.
Unless you came from their channels.
Yeah, then you have seen them before.
So today we're going to be talking about how to talk to your crush.
Why doesn't everybody introduce themselves and the channel that they come from?
Catherine Ratrin.
Okay.
Amy, no channel.
But you
Twitter,
have, okay.
Amy Goodall.
Sushi, the sushi monster.
Madison, the sushi monster.
Yeah, alright.
So I think the very first thing to think about or to do is use your words. A lot of people want to say things but don't actually, and I think it's incredibly hard, but the one thing that you should really do when you like somebody is use your words. Tell them that you are attracted to them. At least say hey, you're really cool, we should hang out. You don't have to ask them on a date, just
don't do the middle school stare glance thing and then they look at you and you go like this. That doesn't convey anything but you like to stare at people.
Humans over thousands and thousands of years have developed the ability to use language to convey what's in our brains to the people that we want to convey it to. So use that incredible ability to your advantage.
Just do it!
I have a question for
Okay.
boys. Do you think that girls should be more forward? If I came up to you and was like, hey, I think you're really attractive or whatever, is that too
So-
forward for me to do, or do you think
I
the
think
traditional way of
it depends.
guys asking girls or whatever?
It depends on the guy. So
It
me
depends on
personally, I'm totally down. If
I'm
a
totally
girl-
okay with that.
My girlfriend pretty much asked me out, and I was 100% okay with that. Actually, I'd say that's my preference.
I was asked to prom.
It really depends on the person. I think a lot of guys would be uncomfortable with that, and
I
that's
also
kind
think a
of
lot of guys would be okay with it though.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say.
it's something that
So
you
how do
kind of
you,
have to gauge for
predict?
yourself.
Yeah, how
I guess you don't. How does a guy predict that a girl will be okay
It's
with anything?
difficult.
It-
I
Yeah.
don't know, you're just confusing.
It's just
game
making
of
that
chance.
assumption. Yeah. So
No
going
one
back to
makes
what I
any
said,
You have
sense
to
in
be
this
okay.
world.
You have
no
to
one
be
makes
okay.
any sense, and the one way that you actually can make sense is if you tell people what you're thinking.
Do it!
Because you have to be okay with the fact that not everyone is going to like you in the same
Yeah.
way you like someone else. But if you don't say anything, then you'll never know either way.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like you've already failed if you haven't.
And I
said
know
anything.
it's really scary, but it is something that has the potential to pay off really well. And even if it fails, at least you tried, and if you didn't try, you were going to fail anyway.
How do you portray yourself when when you go up to your crush for the first time? Do you lay it all out on the line and be like, this is me, hopefully you accept me and my weirdness?
Also, how
Or do
big
you,
are first impressions to you? How they portray themselves, I think
Yeah.
is a good question.
Well, I think no matter what, you have to be yourself, and it sounds so cheesy, but you can't try to be appealing to a specific person. It's just not gonna work. So if you like someone, you need to just take it lightly, maybe go for it if you kind of feel like it, but you need to be prepared for rejection because it does happen. Move on. That's all you can really do. You can't think about it a ton because it'll just get to you, and that's just not a good thing to do.
Well, with first impressions, I'm a really awkward person. So,
I think everybody on this couch is really awkward.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So, normally, I'm working on it, but when I meet people, I usually don't say anything to them, which I guess that's a bad thing that I'm learning. I think you just need to contribute in a conversation. I like asking questions about people to get to know them and just try to make conversation and just make jokes and just try to be yourself, like you said.
Also, people really like to talk about themselves. So if you find a lull in the conversation, just keep asking them questions about themselves because they
I
just
really
enjoy
like that.
yeah.
That's just. I think that's true with talking to people in general.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Whether
if you don't know what to say, ask things about them. If
Yeah.
they've mentioned anything even slightly that you picked up on that they're really into or kind of into, or just anything about them, ask them. People love to talk about.
Yeah,
themselves.
people
They
are really
like
good
to-
at talking about the things that they're passionate about. So if you even get the hint of something, or say they're I don't know, takes things that you already know about them, say they're in the school band or they run on the track team, ask them questions about things that you know that they're already involved with. That will be helpful in having conversations with people you have a crush on or just people in general.
The conversation doesn't have to just start with date me please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I mean,
Don't
that would,
Don't
that
say
would-
that ever.
That would be super weird, obviously.
Me PLS. Like,
yeah,
don't do that.
That makes
That's
you
not-
seem kind of crazy. Don't do that.
The best, more intimate relationships evolve out of friendship. So really getting to know a person is going to be a really good precursor to getting to know them on a more intimate level. So ask them questions about themselves so you can get to know them, so you can build that initial relationship. So maybe even if they weren't like super attracted to you in the first place, maybe they'll be attracted to who you are as a person.
So with the whole like asking questions and having other people talk about themselves, just make sure it's like a balance in the conversation. Like if they're asking you questions, don't go on and on and on about yourself, because you don't want to seem super self-absorbed. But at the same time, like use what they say about themselves and kind of give your own 2 cents on it, because it makes you seem more relatable. And if you've got that common ground, that makes you more attractive to the person that you're talking to.
I mean, if you're anything like me, when you try to meet people, like you just kind of get into this place where you're like actually like, because I know when I first meet people, I put myself out there. Like instead of like putting on a persona, I literally do everything that I think exemplifies me, which is loudness. And so like, and my laugh gets super weird. So when people are like, and they're like, oh yeah, like joke, and then I'm like, and they're like, what the? Like, so like, make sure you're aware of what you're saying, because it can be very daunting to people when you're like, yeah, and so like it's.
I think just some things that like I try to do is like see if we have anything in common. So I'll ask them like what kind of music they like, or if they like YouTube, and then that definitely like starts a conversation, especially because those things are really important to me. So I like people who also find those things important to them.
So I think that's pretty much it. Nobody has anything else to say, right? All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. That was super fun. I had an amazing time at VidCon with all you guys, and it's been great getting to collaborate with you. So before you go, be sure to check out these amazing people's channels and Twitter.
Links up on our faces and in the
Yep.
description and
So
everywhere.
there'll be annotations and there'll be links in the description. So go check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all again next time. Bye.
I so want
That was the saddest bye.